Okay. Good morning. I think I'm here. Oh, I don't have my chat up. Hold on. I am on a different computer today, so all the technical difficulties. Let's see if we can figure this out. There we go. Good morning, John, Laura. How are y'all this morning? Okay, give me 1 second. How is everyone doing? Okay. My camera just keeps not working. Let me see. Activate. There we go. Messy desk. Well, actually, it's pretty clean right now. It's just... There we go. What the heck is going on? Let's close this. Okay. Drowning in a sea of white on white stitches. How are you? Oh, goodness. Good morning, Kate. I'm doing okay. Hoping we're going to do some stitching this morning because I only got my daily 100 done yesterday. That was it. Oh, what's going on with my cameras? I'm using a different computer today than I usually do. So I don't have some of the setup. Like I'm only streaming to Twitch or to YouTube today, not Twitch. And I don't have my chat box. I don't have my visiting floss tubers box, although I think I can fix that real quick. So it's just going to be a real chill day. We're not going to worry about all the extras. That's just how we're going to do today. All right. Do not need this to be half a screen. There we go. All right. So I'm going to do a few things today. I didn't put up a poll for y'all to vote on what we need to kit up because I still have stuff that we started kitting up at one point that I need to finish kitting up so I can get them off my desk. I also have a few, I want to get back to trying to offload some stock while we're here. So if you're here today and you see something you want, we will spin a wheel and see what kind of discount that you will get. It can range from, I believe, 10 to 30%. I can't remember if I have the wheel on this one or not. Hold on, let me go into studio mode. I will just do it on my phone today. Again, we're not messing with all the extras. So, I have a few things pulled for today, and so if you want to order it after today, then you'll get 10% off. But good morning, Holly. I'm sorry I'm not on Twitch. I'm having technical difficulties. Good morning, Megan. So, I have just a few things pulled here. Okay, so, what am I trying to say? I had a website. It was costing me quite a bit per month and wasn't getting the traffic that it needed to. So I've put it kind of on a pause right now while I figure that situation out. But there's some things that I'm not allowed to list on my Facebook group that were on my website. So those are what I'm going to show you this morning. So if you have any interest in these, be the first to me, please. And I'm really glad, Holly. I haven't found the January one, but I can get it reordered. I have February and March in a bag for you already. So, I don't know if I ended up selling them all. I really thought I had a couple, but I haven't found it yet. But I can, like I said, I can get it in this week for you. And I should have your next fabric of the month this week too, John. So, all right. So these I technically can only sell on my website. So if you are interested in any of these, please let me know. If you purchase here on the stream, I will spin a wheel. Let me find my wheel real quick and see what kind of discount you get. Okay, I'll get it for you. Okay, so we range 10, 12, 14, 15, 17, 18, 20, 21, 24, 25, and 30 are the discounts you can get. So, without further ado, these are Satsuma Street kits. So this one is Happy Halloween. I'm actually stitching this one right now. I've got most of this part right here done. It comes with everything that you need. It's a perforated paper and all your flosses, the pattern, needle, sequins, everything that you need. Even finishing instructions. What else you might need? Felt, backing, glue, and scissors. So, this is Happy Halloween. I also have Mitten Kitten. I have these all on my list to stitch this year. Hello, Suki. I actually have 2 Mitten Kitten available. Oh my goodness. Hold on. And these are 16 a piece. Because they're the whole kit. They're everything that you need. This one is Puppy Present. And I have 2 of it. We have Springamajigs Butterflies. The kit does come with the ability to stitch both butterflies. Again, it has everything that you need. Okay, Holly, I got you down. I'll spin a wheel for you as soon as I get through what we have left. Holy. Alright. So this one is a Spring-a-Jigs butterfly, and I have 2 of those. And then lastly, I have Wise Guy. This is a little owl. He's so cute. I want to try it. I'm working on getting all of the set because I want it. And then I sell the extras. So, Wise Guy. Alright. So, Holly. Let me find my wheel. I just had it up. Alright. Ready, set, go. Okay. And it looks like you get 12% off that. So I will get with you after stream. I feel like I've sent you something before. I'm not sure. All right. Now to remember where we were at with these. I'm going to kit some more of them up. Yes, ma'am, I gotcha. Trying to remember. I feel like this one is just not where it's supposed to be. I think we were gonna put maybe that on the blue, these 3 on gray, blue for all the flowers. I think so. How did I do this last time? Where is... I think I just... Oh, okay. I did floss cards and put... Okay. And then... At some point I have to remember what is what in here. I don't think that's supposed to be in there. Those I think I added to my notions though, so I should be able to recall. Are we back? Okay. I think I'm going to need a new camera soon. Oh, well, what is that? Okay, there we go. It's being all sorts of uncooperative today. All right. It is very early Sunday morning. How is everybody already this morning? I guess it's a little later for those on the East Coast. Good morning, Deborah. How are you? Notion. That's what I want. I'm going to look at the project cards for the ones I already kitted up. Project list. Okay, these do have the fabric. Stone fruit for that one. Okay, back. Pinch proof, I think, is okay. All right, yeah, I don't know why that one fabric was in there. All right, so I'm going to kit up Star Spangled, Let It Snow, and Mary, just so we can get them off of the table here. I'm going to see if I have any of the specialty threads. We know that we already decided on this fabric for these three last month when we were working on these. I just want to get them off my desk, so we're going to finish kitting them up. All right. Weeks Dye Works, Classic Color Works, and Gast. I need to pull all three. Classic Color Works. Random. Weeks. Weeks. Gast. Alrighty, I'm going to start with Gast. It is only on Star Spangled. This one. We're going to see if I have any of the colors for this. So, Chalk, probably not. Dungarees, Presidential Blue, Raspberry Parfait, and Schoolhouse Red. Alright, there's... Let's see. Presidential Blue. It's right here. Raspberry Parfait. Pretty sure you weren't in the right place. I don't know how to alphabet sometimes. No, that's right. It comes before Raven. Yeah. And then we'll see if we have Schoolhouse Red. We do. Look at me go. So I used to be in a Thread of the Month club, and I did Gast, Weeks Dye Works, and Classic Color Works. I was in it for 1.5 years, 2 years. So that's where a lot of this came from, and I realized I wasn't using any of it. So I stopped getting it, and I was like, we need to figure out how to use it. So what I do is I go through and see which ones fit, which ones are called for that I have. If I don't have, then we either DMC or we just pick something random. It's okay. So I don't think I have this one that starts with a D, because I've never heard of it before. Dungarees, D-A-E-R-R-E. Okay, yeah, I don't have that one. And I know I'm pretty sure I don't have Chalk, because that one just gets called for a lot, so I tend to not have it. Yeah, okay. And then Classic Color Works Sheep. We're done with that one. Shabby Sheep. I don't think any of these are in order. These are just random. Good morning, Holly. How are you this morning, my dear? I hope you're feeling better. Okay. Whoops. Here we go. Shabby sheep. I do. Look at me go. All right. So, we need floss cards. Where did I put those last time? I put them in here. Give it to me. Maybe. Here's some. Just gonna set that over there. Just woke up, need coffee. I understand that. I have not busted out the caffeine yet, but I need to soon. All right. So then, let's use this one. This one is going to be, I'm actually going to do 3865. Yeah. And it's going to be a heart. And then Dungarees is 931. I'm just going to do that. It's a triangle. So I'll know to pull those here in just a minute. We'll come back to that. Alright. So all of that goes with Star Spangled over here. Okay. So now we have Let It Snow. We need Classic Colorworks. We were just using Classic Colorworks. Alright. Deep Blue Sea, Blue Bead Board, and Licorice Red. I don't have Licorice Red. Do not have Blue Bead Board. Deep Blue Sea I have. You just have to figure out how to get it. There we go. And I already said we don't have Licorice Red. So, that's it for Let It Snow. So we need 931. I am not the best at drawing, but that's okay. We're going to do 3865 here too. Although with this one, it'll be fine. And what did we have? We Add deep blue sea. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh, hold on. Need 3752, and this is Alright, that one, and then the licorice red is 309. Star. Alright. Lastly, we have Mary. Looks like this. So, Shabby Sheep, we already pulled for something else. This is where I struggle a little bit, because if, depending on the order I work on them, I could just move from one to the other. But what if that doesn't happen? Right? Let's do this. All right. Do. We're just going to split this in half. Right? They're supposed to... Is there only 5 skeins? Huh. Okay. Alright, so this is Classic Color Works, Shabby Sheep. That solved that. Could always make a note to which pattern I could, yes. That would probably be the smart thing to do. But I just split it in half. Okay, Weeks Dye Works, Galvanized, Mascara, and Merlot. Let's see. B, C, D. What color is that? What did I say? Galvanized? Okay, I don't have galvanized. I'm pretty sure I don't have mascara. Merlot. Where are my M's? Do I have M's? I may not have any. P through T. Nope, there's some H. Okay. L. Okay, I have Marigold, Meredith's Pink, and that's it. Alright, so... Oh, let me check this one real quick. Merlot. I may need to go get my cough drops. Okay, not any of those. Alright. Cuts of Colorworks, I know I don't have Snowball. What about Ribbon Red? Is that... Oh, that's Schoolhouse Red. Okay. So for the other one, I had almost all of them, and for this one, I had almost none of them. Just kind of funny. I'm not sure why these are on a different thing, but they are. So, alright. Then we had Shabby Sheep, Galvanized. Of course, I'm going to be one floss card short. I have more somewhere. Good morning, Jen. See if they're over here. I have more. I think these came in a box or something. I don't know. I don't remember. So this one is going to be $3.21. So I am kitting up. We've already seen these ones before. Y'all helped me pick out the fabric, and then we only did the actual like floss kitting up for, I believe, 3 of them. And so I pulled out the next 3, and we're doing the flosses because the only time I'm gonna sit down and do this is when I'm hanging out with y'all. I love the company. It's very relaxing, and I'll stick to it. Versus if y'all weren't here, I would ADD into some hole. I don't know. So that's what we're doing right now. And then I will re-show the patterns that we have for today, for sale for today. And then we will, oh, I got to put a fabric on a board. And then we will stitch. So that's the current game plan. 309, 360. brought my cone out here yesterday. No? 4. $9.31. What else? 37.52. All right. So, first up we have Mary. This one needs 321. And she puts how many stitches? Glare. How many stitches each color needs. So like 321 needs 200 stitches. So just one strand is going to be sufficient. So I'm just going to put one strand on there. Right? Oh, I wish I had my calculator with me. I have a friend who has a calculation of how many strands you need for how many stitches. I'm thinking I should be fine. I wish more designer... Goodness. I wish more designers did it too. It would make kitting up for things a lot easier. Most of the time, if they don't, then I just put 2 strands to start out with, and I can always pull more when I need it. I do tend to keep my floss box with me most of the time. Of course, all of this is contingent upon the job that I used to work, and that I'm still waiting to hear back from. So if I don't go back into that field, all of this may have to change a lot. I don't know. I'm not ready to face that reality yet. I told myself after March, well, the middle of March, we're going on vacation in March. And when I get back from vacation, I will start facing hard truths about my career. So, there's that one. For 815, there's 600 stitches, so I'm gonna do 2 strands for it. Where's my... I wonder... I really feel like the last time we did this, I messaged her and she sent it to me. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, so this is the chart, and it says and I average on 32 count, right? So 32 count, 6 strands of floss. No, like if you use 6 strands. Hold on. I don't remember how to read this thing. Thanks. These are some floss cards I got at I want to say StitchCon, but I can't remember. Might have been Stitch New Jersey. It looks like it's based on a cross stitch of some sort. Trying to remember how this works. She's told me before, but I can't remember. So from a whole skein, I should get 4,000 stitches. I divide my skeins into 8. No, I only went to StitchCon the very first year. I haven't gone since, and I don't have plans to currently. So 4,000 divided by 8. Right? Means I get 500 per strand. So we're just going to go with 2 strands. Yeah. And I need the scissors. Double. All right, so we did 321. Where did I put 3? Oh, there it is. All right, 3865 needs 360 stitches, so that's just 1 strand. You attend Stitching in the Springs? I have. I've gone 3 years. But I won't be going this year. The only plans I have this year for a retreat is in Utah in August. Just because our financial situation is different than it has been in the past when I've been able to go to Stitching in the Springs. So I had to make choices. Now, if something changes between now and November, maybe, but Kat does put on a good retreat. I think that's where I remember you from. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been there a few times. The last 2 years I was a vendor. The first year I just went. Alright, so for black we have 400. We're going to say that one skein or one strand does 500 stitches. I think that's how that works. So if it's over 500, we do more. If it's under, we just do one. And again, if I need to pull more, it'll be fine. Okay, Here's my black and number 4. So for 4, it's 554 stitches. But it looks like we have a partial skein right here and then 1 strand. So that should be sufficient for the extra 54 stitches. All right, so here we have for Mary, excuse me, Shabby Sheep, number 4, 310, white, which for me is 3865, 815, and 321. All kitted up. So I'm just going to kind of toss that around there, and we're going to stick it in the bag here. So I have these going as like a tissue box situation, which I'll be honest, I haven't gotten a lot of stitching time yet this year, and so these are not going to just pop out like last year. But again, until I go back to working 12 hours of free time. But anyways, I started with Trick or Treat, Tricks and Treats. When I finish it, I will start the next one. Whenever I finish one, I will be doing a giveaway here on the channel. So look forward to that, and it'll come fully kitted up just like this. If you don't like these threads and want to pick your own, that's absolutely fine, but it will at least come with some. So that's the plan. All right. This needs to go, where's my bag? Right here. All right, let's do the next one. So here is Let It Snow. And so we got Deep Blue Sea. No, I'll leave that like that. Apparently we're just going to get nothing but glare, but so 309. Oh, I need the numbers, that's why. 309, 184. So 1 strand. I got a little dough bowl for from the Naughty Nice List box, whatever it's called, from Black Needle Society, and that's where I toss all these after I'm done working on them, so then they're all gathered together for me to put back on the floss board. So for 3865, 7, so that's 2 strands. All right, and 3752, 900, so that's 2 strands. The yo-yo weather is messing with me. Like, we went to Houston to visit my parents last weekend, and when we came back, it was like instant drainage. Like, I was allergic to home all of a sudden. And then from there, it just kind of, you know how it is. When it starts draining down the back of your throat, then you get a sore throat, then you get an itchy throat, then you get a cough. You know, tidal wave. Whoops. Alright, so for Let It Snow, we have, hold on, let me go in order. White. This is 3752. Oops. Why is it? Oh, okay. Deep Blue Sea and red. Where's red on the, oh, the word across the top. That's why it's not very many. Alright. We're just going to put these in here. Move on to the next one. We're almost done, y'all. And so our last one is a Star Spangled. Super cute. This one we had a lot of the, so we had Shabby Sheep. We don't have Chalk. That's $38.65. And it's $6.77, so we're going to go with 2. Oh, look, 2's all I had left. That works out well. Shabby Sheep and white. $9.31. Oh, I pulled both of them just because I thought I needed this for more than... No. Okay. Anyway. So $9.31 needs 346 stitches. So just one strand. But what I will do is the one strand it's going to leave behind, I'm going to put on this one. Consolidate so I don't have 2 cards up there. Or 2 bobbins. So there's that. $9.31, and then got Presidential Blue, Raspberry Parfait, and Schoolhouse Red. So that one went really fast because we had most of the specialty flosses for it. All right. So then what I'm going to do is we're going to put it into Notions real quick. If you're unfamiliar with Notions, I hate moving this camera because it likes to try and disconnect. All right. So this is Notions. It's a database where I keep track of all my patterns. Well, not all my patterns. All my whips, finishes, and stuff that is kitted up. I do have a few patterns in here that haven't been kitted up yet, but that's very few. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in these new kitted projects. Right now I have 85 kitted projects ready to go. So we're going to say new. All right. And this project, we're going to start with Star Spangled. Star, where's my, yep. Spangled. And then it's fully kitted up. We have fabric, we have floss, we have pattern, fully kitted up. I can, if I say half kitted, that means I stuck the fabric in a bag and said it's for this pattern, but I didn't put the floss with it. To kit up means I have the pattern. Some people do pattern and stash, but that's basically the same thing. So I guess it depends on how you want to do it. Sometimes kitted imminent start means it has a planned date or whatever, so I'll mark it that. So this is all the, to-dos. In progress, I have active and passive because I have a few that are, like if I have duplicate designer, so I have Soul Tropica from Bella Filipina, I also have Mad Tea Party and Hummingbird Pixie. I will keep one active and put the other two passive, and then I'll swap them around. And of course, when you finish something, or if you fully finish something. So again, we're kitted up. So I'm going to come over here. Where is it? View details. And we're going to enter all the information, and I'll put in pictures later. So the designer for this is Little Stitch Girl. Because I've kitted something up from her before, her name is automatically going to come up whenever I start to type. If it's a new designer to me, I'll just click the little create button after I finish typing in the name. And then it adds it to a database where I can just select from a list. But I can just select that and say done. We're not starting it yet. It's not finished. This size average will auto-populate after I put in the width and the length. So for this one, it is 66 by 82. So you see it populated the size average at 74. So for me, I classify anything under, if the average is under 100, it's considered a small. 100 to 200 is medium, and 200 plus is large. I don't worry about having like BAP and, those sorts of sizes. Just everything over 200 is large. So since we know that this is a small, and I do that so that it does the math for me, and then I can just select the size. There's a cat hair on my iPad. Okay. My yearly goal on all new starts is always 500 stitches. I don't really feel good about having a start that in a whole entire year cannot get 500 stitches. So, the fabric on this one is Lunar. I don't have it in fabric. So when I type in Lunar, you see it doesn't auto-populate. I don't have a lot of fabrics like preloaded into Notions. I tend to do it as they come up. But when I get new fabric in, I do preload it in here. So, and we'll do that here in a few minutes. So Lunar. So I'm going to edit this. This is a 32 count Lugana from Bestitch Me. And we're going to put dark because it's gray. And then we're going to say that it's gray. Gray is one of our options. And then that's all I need for my fabric. Some people put a picture, put in the size. If you want to put it on a shopping list, you could put it in to buy, or if you just want to put it in your stash, it's not associated with the whip. This one is going with the whip, so it's not in my stash. So we're going to go back to editing this project. Now it has the fabric in there, is Lunar right there. If I wanted to link this to a PDF, which I do have a PDF of this because I scan in everything, all my patterns, I can link it there, but I don't really worry about that. And then all the rest of these will auto-populate as I stitch on it. So it'll tell me how many days and how many stitches. There's one more, bag. So the basic database is not automatically in Notions. What do you mean, the basic database? So I bought this database from somebody, the basics, the starting, and then I edited it some. But like if you just go into Notions, no, you'd have to build a database. So I added a bag database because I buy these fancy bags from Vic over at Stitch and Button, and these are all going into this really cool smoky one, and I don't remember what it's called, but I'm going to add it here. Let's see if it pops up. Maybe I don't have it in there. Smoky moons. We're just gonna put that. So I'm adding the bag in there so I know where I have it. Okay, cool. I'm glad I could answer. So I bought the basic the starting database from Stitchy Nati on Gumroad. You can Google Stitchy Nati, Nati, and she puts together like most of what you see here. I edited some things. I took out anything that had to do with time because I'm not a time-based stitcher. I added in the bag database. I added in the calculating of the sizes, the calculating of the goal. So once you get to using it, you can start to figure out how to implement what works best for you. Or like in the bag database, I copied her fabric database and then just edited what was in it. So yeah. All right. So now that I have Star Spangled completely in the database, we know that these other two projects, if you are a spreadsheet and need, like me, Nati's Notion template is worth every penny of the night. Yes. So Nati's, this database, yeah, $9 on Gumroad, worth every penny. That's where I started, and then I just developed it from there. All right, so since all three of these are going on the same fabric, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the three dots over here, and I'm going to say duplicate, right? We're going to change the name because obviously it's a different project. This one is Let It Snow. The fact that it's fully kitted up, like, go into details. All these details are the same. Designer. Now, this one's 85 by 85. Not that that's a huge difference, but we want to make sure we have the correct information. Which is still going to be a small. Still going to have a yearly goal of 500. Still going to be on that fabric and in that bag. So duplicating it meant I don't need to enter all of that again. I just edit the couple of things that are different, and it created a whole new project for this one. So now we're done with that one, and we're going to duplicate one more time. We're going to change this to Mary. And this is going to be helpful when I get around to stitching on these and I'm like, what fabric does it go with? Because I'm going to have 4 different fabrics in the bag for some of these. So we're going to view details. And this one is 55 by 75. 55 by 75. I think I messed something up. Oh well. Alright, so these 3 are now in Notions. So I have these sorted by designer right now. So you could see these are all the ones. You Crack Me Up, Star Spangled Mary, Let It Snow, Pinch Proof, and Happy Fall. Y'all are all the ones we've fully kitted up. I think I messed up Let It Snow. So I'm going to go look at that one real quick. View details. Yeah, I didn't get the 5 here. I was wondering why it said 46. Alright. So those are all entered into Notions and we are good to go. I'm going to put them in this bag. I'm going to take this off the board. We'll use that board here in a minute. All right. Take these metal pins out. I'm keeping these, but I may not be using them much anymore. All right. Put this in the bag. See, and you could see I have this. Here is, we kitted up Trick or Treat, and I started that one, or Tricks and Treats. I started that one on this fabric, this Helia. So, and we're also going to do pinch proof on this one. So these two for this fabric. And then we have these two that are going on Stone Fruit. Ooh, why is... Give me that. So we have these two going on Stone Fruit. Let's actually kind of tuck these in here. And then now we have these three going on Lunar. So I'm going to stick all of these in this bag. And the reason for that is once I finish one, I've got the others ready to go, like so. And actually, let me do this. I'm going to put this, come on, chair, wheel. Okay. Part of the reason I didn't pull this one to work in the car is because I didn't know where a hoop or anything was. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on so that when I finish with my Satsuma Street, this is the next one I start working on in the car when I'm at work. Which doesn't get a whole lot of stitching, so it'll take time, but that's okay. And I will say this about Natisse, Gumroad. She has, so she has the starting template, the stitchy template. It comes with a WhipGo board if you do WhipGo. She also has a couple other things like, I think one for like retreats or something like to that effect. And she puts out updates. And when she puts out updates, you get it. Even though like you don't have to pay to get the updates. Or at least not the last few. So, she's very good about all that. Alright. So we got those kitted up. I still have these four we will do next week. Alright. And I'm going to go through these real quick. So as I said before, in case you weren't here, let me make sure I'm not missing. All right. I had to take down my website for financial reasons. And these are all patterns I can't sell on my Facebook page. So, I'm probably not supposed to be selling them here either, but it's my channel and I'll do what I want. So, I'm going to show these here. If you me please them while on stream today, I will spin a wheel and you will get that discount. It can range from 10% all the way up to, I think, 30%. I think so. And you'll get that discount. If you are watching this stream later and want to message me about purchasing, then you'll get 10% off. So, all right. these are all Satsuma Street kits. They're all $16 before whatever discount you get. So here is Wise Guy. It is a full kit. So you get the perforated paper to stitch it on. You get the flosses. You get a needle. You get the sequins and the beads. And I think even the little thing to hang it on, because there's that thing. Super cute. So this one is Wise Guy. And I have one of that one. Next, I have Thingamajig butterflies. This comes with everything you need to do 2 butterflies. And it looks like bunnies and birds and eggs. She has other options that I'm going to get eventually, but I gotta sell some of this stuff first. Alright, so I do have 2 of those. 2 sets of the butterflies. I also have Puppy Present from Satsuma Street. Y'all know that. I've said that already. This one's really cute. I have 2 of this one. I have 1 more Mitten Kitten. Holly bought one earlier. And I have 1 more. And lastly, I have Hoppy Halloween. I'm actually stitching this one right now. It's in the car project that I'm currently working on. I have this part of the broom done so far. So, he's super cute. Tell me that smile doesn't make you smile. Alright. So before I get started stitching, I do have a piece of fabric here that I need to put on a board and into my notions. So, I need my stickers. Let me put them here. I've created a little drawer of things that we use while on stream that sits right next to me instead of having everything on the table all the time. That's been very helpful. Okay, I'll put that up in a minute. But it's also getting a little full, so I have to be careful when I'm putting stuff in and out of there. Alright, this one is a 28 count Lugana from Lap and Loops. And this is Tea Earl Grey Hot. And I do have some of this in my shop on Facebook if you like it. So where am I? Oh, yeah. Put them in here after Ryan spilt them everywhere. We got most of them picked up. There's a couple that got run over by the chair and are now in the trash. It's okay. I had 850 of them. I can sacrifice a couple. Right. Hold on, let me do the bottom first. There we go. This one's not all lined up great, so. And then I put another one down here just to hold it to the board. Alright, so here we have this one. I'm going to put it into Notions. Like I said, I as new fabrics come in, I put them into Notions, but a lot of the ones that are like already in my box, I don't put them in until they're associated with something. So the fabric database is also something that naturally comes with Natee's database. So here we go. I click add new fabric. This one is T. Earl Grey. Hot. Literally how she did it with the periods and everything. This is a 28 count Lugana from Lap and Loops. I'm going to call it a neutral, and in the brown color family. It's not associated with any whips, so we're not going to put anything there. Okay, I don't know what you're supposed to add to these. Oh, if you want to buy it, you say how much. Maybe in the stash you put in the size. I don't know. I don't ever mess with that. So it's in my database now in case we ever use this fabric. All right. So now we are good to stitch. Whew, it's a little cold today. Yesterday I had my AC on in here going, oh, it's so hot. And then today it's cold. And this is why everybody's sick. Right. What did I bring today? To stitch on. Let me hook this back up. Took it down because I was doing a lot of cleaning yesterday and it was just in the way. Is anybody else stitching this morning? What are y'all working on? Well, of course. I think I'm going to need a new camera soon. Okay, I'm going to turn this off so I don't make anybody nauseous. I'm going to have to spin it around. I think I'm back. View. Where is my view? Reset. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, there we go. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, Holly's working on Coastal Band Sampler. Jen is working on Remembrance Day. It's your oldest whip, so you made it your Sunday stitch. That sounds like a good idea. Laura says, Frankenfurter for me. It's number 8 for Whip Go. Love the image, but the white on 28 count is killing me. Okay, so I don't know if my it's like all of a sudden the inside of the where it connects to the boom arm is stripped. And so I don't know if I can keep it from constantly sliding, but we'll see. I'm gonna need a new camera. Because now it can't really attach to the boom arm. If I touch the cord, we lose. The video will freeze and the mic will stop working. It's just all over the place. All right. Today I'm going to stitch on Aurora from RETM. This was on my list of stuff I needed to do last month. I don't know if it's... I kind of feel like it was one of my categories. I did not finish all of last month's goals. And while I should probably let them go and focus on this month's goals, I'm really struggling with that. I'm starting Pansy Flower Pincushion Super Bowl Small Start. Oh, very nice. That reminds me. I'll do it later. Okay. Working on Frozen. That's the one from Donna Stitch, right? All right. Anyway, either way, whether it's a Whip Go call, which I don't think it was. I think this was a category. It's 500 stitches. I have stitched on it some, so I have 275 right now. So we're going to try and get to 500. See if we can do that. We got a few hours here on stream. But I'm not sure how good the camera work is going to be. Just because I can't really move it. Alright. Oh, and I have to do some frogging. I remember now. It's part of why this got put down. Alright. 4, 5, 6. Stitching on Dragons, a field guide by Climbing Goat Designs. Very nice. That one was really popular. It was last year's, right? Last year's Stitch Along. I remember seeing it everywhere for a little bit. Kind of like that the Deadly Aquarium. When that one came out this last year, it was all over Twitch and like all the Facebook groups. Everybody was stitching Deadly Aquarium. I just noticed you don't pull all the way through until you start the second leg of the stitch. Yeah, so on the back, I just do a flip. I barely pull it through to where I can flip the needle around and then pull through. And it's because I can't see what's going on the back. So I don't want to get it tangled up in something, get a knot, anything like that. So I can control what is on the top. Well, okay, that time I pulled all the way through because I held it with my hand. But yeah, I can control what's on the top, not on the bottom. So I can keep it out of the way. I can make sure I don't make a knot. Particularly when the floss is really long. Once I start getting to the bottom, I'll do it a little bit less. But yeah, I just pull enough to be able to turn the needle around. I tried at one point, is it Vonna Pfeiffer? That doesn't turn her needle. She will go down like this, go under, come up with the eye of the needle. So that she never turns the needle and therefore doesn't like spin the thread or whatever. I could never get myself to stick with it though. Like my fingers just naturally turn the needle underneath the fabric. I even bought those needles that it was like a needle on both sides and the eye was in the middle, so you could just do like this number, and couldn't get myself to not try and spin it underneath the fabric. You just kind of get into the routine of things, right? You have a way that you do things, and I stitch that way like Vonna. Really? Very impressive. Do you feel like it makes your floss go further? I know that part of the reason she said she does it is so that it doesn't twist. So you get the really flat laying stitches all the time. Because sometimes I have to be like, oh, my thread's all twisted. Let me spin it around and get it undone. But I do wonder if you're able to get more out of the floss because you don't have to waste the space turning. It's one of the reasons I like petite needles, because I get more out of my floss. Like if you see, I only need this much space. This is a petite needle. I only need this much space to turn around versus I got a whole length needle here, needing this much space to turn around, right? Here we go. So you could see the petite needle is almost my entire thumb shorter than a regular needle. I actually have some petite needles on their way. I'm going to be selling in the shop. So you need less space to be able to turn the needle to come back through the fabric before you have to like stop. But yeah, I think the floss does go a bit further. Yeah, because you're, coming up with the eye, you're not having to turn. It's so interesting. Now you make me want to do that. See if I can. Because one of the things I noticed I do, not intentionally, but at some point when I am either going down and I catch my thread or coming up and I catch my thread, I split the thread, right? And then when I Oh, I stitched that wrong. Too busy talking. And then when at some point it starts getting like caught around the needle, and trying to get it off because you've split in the middle of the thread is such a pain. Maybe if I could. There we go. All right, let's see what we can do here. You also stitched the opposite direction of me, right, Holly? Good morning, Laurel. See, now I'm getting towards the end of this thread, and it's getting a little harder to not just pull it all the way through. Yes, this is Aurora from RETM. I'm pretty sure it was one of my categories last month that I didn't finish. So I think it was this one in Shangri-La I didn't finish for categories, and then Soul Tropica that I didn't finish for Whip Go. So excuse me. I think it was Thursday. I took Thursday off of work because I wasn't feeling well. Been doing okay the last couple days, but today the cough seems to have arisen. All right. I'll highlight these in yellow so that I'm not counting right now. We will count at the end. We play a game here. Could let it go. I really should. I really should. And just move on. But I struggle with that. And I think that's a pun because you're working on Frozen. All right, so we play a game here where at the end of stream, or before you leave, you can make a guess on how many stitches we get on stream. So I'm not going to count till the end so that I'm not influencing or whatever people could claim that I try and do. I don't know. I think I'm going until noon today. We'll see. And we started stitching, what, about 15 minutes ago? You're so funny, Kate. All right. Oh, and that. I think part of it with this one is that I started it. Like when we were driving to Houston, I got 275 stitches on it. So I'm like, I'm halfway there. Let me just finish it. The one I'm kind of dreading is Shangri-La. Just because I have made so many errors on it. Ugh. I almost UFO'd it the last time I pulled it out. I was like, I just can't even with this whip anymore. My toes are a little cold this morning. Yeah, so like I think it was 86 yesterday afternoon, and today it is, the high is 66 today. So could you find a stopping point for Shing? Possibly. I have the flower and the butterfly done. All I have left is the stem. It's just, I don't know. Maybe that's a thought. See if I can truncate it. It was so gorgeous, stitched up in the Stitchy shop when I was at Needleworkers Delight in New Jersey. I was like, oh my goodness, I just have to stitch that. But like, the more I stitch it, the less pretty I find it to be. Just because I'm kind of over it. I wish I knew how many stitches I had left to be like, just power through. Yes, I do have the prettiest parts done. This is true. Could always do an estimate count. That's what I do on my paper patterns. It's probably what I need to do. Of course, I did that with a finish for last year, the Celebrate Halloween. I was like, okay, this looks like 100 stitches and this looks like 100 stitches. And I told Kate, I was like, I think I have 3,200 stitches left to finish it. Turned out there was 3,800 stitches left. Bit off on delusional counting. So estimate and add 25%. I mean, yeah, because I mean, I didn't like sit down and count every square. I was like, oh, this looks like approximately a 10 by 10 square, you know? This one's not quite a 10 by 10, but then we'll grab some stitches from over here and that's 100. And so it's all good. It got done. So I have a question for y'all. I was on Zoom with a friend yesterday and I asked her and she didn't really give me a good answer. And so she was kind of like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, if I knew what I wanted, I wouldn't be asking the question. So I never got around to my finish parade at the end of the year like I always do. The end of the year ended up being a little more crazy for me than I expected. So I still have most of them. I think there was one I couldn't find. But anyway, I have most of them in a box sitting right there. Should I do a finish parade? Or should I call last year done and just put them up? Also, I didn't do a floss tube last week. So I need to do that today. Or I need to figure out a different way of doing things because things keep falling to the wayside and I don't want to let them. So good morning, Betty. Gotta go. Lunch with the ants today. Have a good day, Deborah. Done. Call it done and move on. Too much stress. Okay. That was so last year. I managed my whip parade. I managed my planner video. Just never managed my finish parade. How is everybody else coming with goals? So for January, here's my thing. When I was working and I had 12 hours of stitchy time at work, or more or less, you know, once you're actually done with work, I set some pretty big goals for myself, and then that job hasn't called yet. The job I'm working now requires me to actually be doing stuff and not stitching. So meeting my stitchy goals has become a little more difficult. Do I think I can still do it? Yes. But it's going to take more effort than I expect, or than it would have in the past. So for January, I had my 5 categories. I had 5 focus pieces. So 5 categories, I pick from my whips 5 different pieces to put 500 stitches in. And maybe I need to drop that down to like 300 stitches. Maybe that's what I need to do in order to continue to do all my goals. My 5 focus pieces each have a specific goal, like 500 stitches or a motif or like different 200 stitches, different things. I have my 2 whip go calls, which are both getting 500 stitches. And then daily 100 on Alice, because I want to finish her this year. And I was doing a daily 100 temperature stitching. Now, I think I figured out with the temperature stitching, I'm not going to try and make it a daily 100 anymore. I'm just going to, if I get to all my other goals, then I will try and do some catching up on temperature stitching, or start from there on out for the rest of the month. I'm just not going to put a lot of weight on it because I have all these other things I want to do. I do still like it, and I do still want to focus on those 5 projects, but just in a different capacity. Change my goals. So in January, I completed all 5 of my focus pieces, 3 of my categories, 1 of my whip goes, my stitch along that's split into 12 pieces, all my daily 100s on Alice, and some of the temperature stitching. So I really just need 500 on this one, Sol Tropica, and you know what? Since I haven't started on my February goals yet, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to drop them down. Because when I had 12 hours of stitching, I could get 500 stitches in a day. Now it's more realistic that I'm going to get between 200 and 300 a day. So I think it's just, I need to be more realistic with myself. But does anybody else have big goals they made and have had to change? Goals that they're smashing? Anything like that? Oh, I forgot a stitch. I didn't finish my temperature stitching in January. Yeah, see, and that's okay. I didn't. I got through about half the month. Trying to see where I'm at. 5, 4, 5. 5. Okay. So, I know I need to do some frogging down here. Let's see. 4, 5, 5. Six, 5. Going cross-eyed. Be kind to yourself, Sammy. Your day-to-day is different. It is. And I think I've been kind of fighting that, right? I'm not accepting of the fact that I need to, like, my stitching needs to adjust to my life instead of my life adjusting to my stitching. So, the only goal I'm behind on is my Sal for January. Didn't you have a problem with Sal last year, too? I did get my portion done for January. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Zoom in. 4, 5, 5, 6, 5. Okay. Up to here is correct. This one should look like that one. All right. COVID stopped me in my tracks. I'll catch up though. Yeah, COVID really kicked your butt. I have about 20 whips, so my goal is 200 stitches on each for the month, which I did in January. That is awesome. That is another goal that I want to aspire to, and the way things are going right now, it's just not possible unless that becomes my only goal, right? And that is stitching on everything in the month. I do want to do it eventually, but to stitch on everything and meet my current goals is not feasible. I didn't finish January's temperature stitching either, hoping to do better for February. I don't know, prioritizing categories and stitch along. And that's what you need to do. And I say this like I'm any good at it, but you prioritize, right? So used to, I was really good at categories came first, and then my SAL, and then my monthlies, and then, you know, I had like a hierarchy. And if I didn't get past here, these things were just like, shoved to the side. But my brain doesn't want to let me do that anymore. I quit on my SAL last year, wasn't filling it. Wasn't filling the project, or the fact that you didn't feel your goals were obtainable. It felt really good to get my SAL done first thing though. Yes, that's always good. Okay, I'm going to pull a few of these stitches and then go back to stitching. I don't like frogging, so I try and do it in small amounts. Here is a bird right outside my window that is just talking up a storm. All right. So when I frog these, I am going to erase them on my chart so that if we do get around to stitching down here, those stitches will count towards today's count. So, me. Now, let me get another thread. Where's my... One of the players in my Monopoly game had a baby this morning, so that's why my phone keeps going off. Everybody's congratulating her. I have to run. Everyone have a great day. Have a good day, John. My goals weren't obtainable. I still love the whip. Yeah, see, and that's where that I feel like is a much bigger roadblock, right? It's not just, oh, well, I got behind last month, I'll catch up later. If that month was already unobtainable and now you're behind, it's easier to just wash your hands of it and start all over. But if you started to fall out of love with the whip, that's a harder thing to come back from. So, which whip was it last year? Mine is Trick or Treat this year from Cottage Garden Samplings. And The sections are going to stitch up pretty quickly. It's just the matter of sitting down and doing it. And the thing was, I was like, this is a really easy piece to take to work. Sometimes I'll get like 10 minutes to work on stitching, right? Here and there. And I was like, this is an easy piece for that. So I'm just going to keep it strictly. I work on it when I was at work. And last month when I was trying to get to a certain goal in order to make work a little easier, I was riding with my husband. So like the drive to work I could stitch. Now we each take our own vehicle, but so that's how I was able to get my sale last month, but it did take most of the month doing it that way. And so now I decided that I'm just going to take one of these, I started 9 smalls in January, that don't have any intentional place, right? Like currently they're not in categories or anything like that. I'm like, I don't have anything that I'm specifically needing a certain amount of stitches for. So those are what I'm keeping in the car right now to just kind of work on, most things. If I sit down to stitch, I want to get at least 100 stitches. With those, if I get 10, if I get 15, no big deal. Squash Blossom last year from Carolyn Manning. This year it's Bellatrix, and she's one of my faves to work on. Awesome. So that Hoppy Halloween that I showed y'all earlier is what I have currently in the car. And once I finish it, then I'll pull in like the tricks and treats like y'all saw, things like that. Because very rarely, but every once in a while, there are lulls at work where I can throw a few stitches in. Also, we've started getting home earlier in the last couple weeks. That allows for a little bit more stitchy time than I was getting like in the beginning of January. But at that point, it becomes a focus issue because I'm really tired from having worked all morning. And I find that I spend a lot of time scrolling my phone. Instead of, not even just stitching, but like doing dishes or laundry or whatever is on my to-do list for the day. I'm like, I should be getting that done, but scroll. So that's something I need to work on, is not scrolling my phone. Friday's the 14th, and it's the day that I could start my next project for the tissue box stuff. But ideally, I don't want to start the next one until I finished the current one. So I don't think I'll be starting anything on Friday. Part of me is like, well, you could start the next one and then just make it passive and not work on it again until you finish the one before it. But I don't really think I want to do that. I think I want to only start one when I finish one. Try not to make my whip list go crazy. It's already over the 30 mark that I wanted to keep it at. Give yourself a time limit for phone scrolling. Set an alarm, and when it goes off, time to do something else. Your birthday's on Friday, Suki? Happy birthday. My son's is on Saturday. My son was actually supposed to be born in March, but he came really early. Suki's a Valentine's baby. We have lots of February birthdays among my friend group. Like, there's 3 ladies that I hang out with that their birthdays are the 22nd, the 24th, and the 26th. Trying to make sure I don't get all Miss County with this one. So, don't want to have to frog. Once I get to the bottom of her dress, I'll get to move over. We're getting pretty close to the end of this page. Because I have her dress, I have this part of her dress, and then there's a vine right here that I need to pull the color for, which is why I haven't stitched it yet. And then we'll start another motif here, but then it goes into the next page. So I'm so cold all of a sudden. All right. This is one I think can be finished by the end of the year if it gets a couple months of coming up in categories or whatever. So that would be nice because I only have this one page that's over here left after this. The top half is done. Have a good day, Kate. I'm really bad about getting so close to the end that the thread just comes out of the needle. Right, so we got another thread put in. And so I'm going to frog another line of this over here. I'm starting to wonder. Yeah, maybe. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so glad to see you put clothes on.
How's it going in here?
Oh, it's going okay. Are you still wanting to go to watch Super Bowl over at Papa's?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay. I meant to ask you that yesterday, and then when I went in there, you were asleep.
Yeah. I'm sad.
Why?
I already finished all the movies that I could watch.
Ryan has been on a Fast and the Furious binge watch. And this was your first time ever seeing them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's watched numbers 1 through 6.
Uh-huh.
So.
Can I move that and sit down?
Yep. Try and set it up there, I guess.
Not gonna get poked by no needle, am I?
I mean, that's always a risk you take coming to the stitching shed.
12:03. Well, no, 10:23. What time did you start streaming?
8.
And how long do you usually stream for?
11, noon, somewhere in there. Used to, I streamed, when I was streaming on Saturday, it was from 9 to noon. I made it a little bit earlier after I started getting up early every day to go to work. And so last weekend I did, or not last weekend because we were out of town. Weekend before last I did 8 to 11. Kate forgot to make a guess before she left. Is there something you need?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't know if there was a reason you were asking when I'm done.
Oh, no.
Hey, you see that thing of threads right there?
Take your threads.
Uh-huh.
Like this?
Yeah, can you hang it on the wall behind you?
Oh, no. Can I? Yeah. I got you.
Not there, not there. Those hooks.
The golden ones or the clear
It
ones?
doesn't matter. One of the 4.
So in Fast and Furious 7, is it just his brother?
No, he was there for most of the movie.
Oh.
His brother just finished up the last few scenes that he didn't get to do.
Well, that means they started probably recording in 2013. Because he died November 30th, I believe.
What was that? Right?
A little black thing. That. What do you use Scotch tape for?
I taped a package closed that I need to ship to Betty.
Man, look up something real quick.
Yep.
Can he ask me what?
I was gonna ask about the Super Bowl thing, but then I was like, I can deal with it later.
Yeah.
I'm on stream right now. What are you looking up?
Fast and Furious 7's on Hulu.
Click on it.
Oh yeah, premium subscription.
But even if you click on it, like, it doesn't tell you, oh, you need to buy this subscription. It says it's not available. It's too cold. My Apple Pencil died. What are you doing?
Ow! I just hit my leg on something. Yeah, about like 359 tearing.
Yeah, but if you actually click on it and go to it, like the Amazon one, it shows up at $4. Because I looked yesterday.
Wait, at 4 what?
$4.09. Of course, you could buy the movie for $8.
And how much do I have
What do you mean? How much do you have?
on my card?
I don't know. Last I know, like $2.
Right? I was just checking.
Because you never gave me any other money to put on the card. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to move big spaces, so I'm gonna finish up this thread.
What's that?
Take the phone.
Oh, stop talking about that then.
Okay. So before I start with that, because we're going to have to move over to here somewhere, let me frog another line. See, slowly but surely. In fact, this is the last line I need to frog. And then we'll be caught up. That's why I put that needle there, so that I could mark where we needed to stop.
So what you working on?
I am working on Aurora from RETM. I believe it was one of my category pieces for January for fantasy. And yep. Alright, so we are fully frogged and ready to restitch that bottom part. I'm going to finish up this strand up here. Make sure all my chat is showing, because sometimes that's a problem. You could throw that away. I don't need it anymore.
I didn't expect it to pop off like that.
It was the name of a fabric, but I put the fabric on a board with a label.
Ah.
What was that?
I don't know.
How random.
That's kind of creepy.
I have ghosts.
Where'd that even come from?
I don't know. I don't even know what it was. I just kind of like saw it out of the corner of my eye. Still have a lot of cleaning and organizing I need to do out here. I got quite a bit done yesterday.
Do we have any idea what we're going to do with that side?
Nope. Until I get it cleaned and organized, there's really nothing you can do. There's just a bunch of stuff sitting over there. My hand's cold.
I don't know which one I liked the more, Fast and Furious 2 or Fast and Furious 6.
Honestly, I don't even know if I made it to 6. Can't even remember. It was so long ago. They started, I mean, I think those started coming out around the time I started working. And
2013.
no, because I think I started working in 16. I don't know. I was just more into like TV shows and stuff than I was movies. So I had a really hard time like sitting down. Even still, even now I have a hard time watching a movie. Like I would rather watch reality TV or TV shows of some sort. I just watched this show, I think it's called World's Toughest Test. They take celebrities and put them through like special forces training. And
would any of these celebrities be people I know?
I'm sure. This recent season, let's see, Cam Newton was on there. Do you know Cam Newton? He's a football player, or was a football player. Golden Tate, football player. Brody Jenner.
Yeah, no. Okay. Is this another football player?
No, he's a TV personality, but his dad is Caitlyn Jenner.
His dad?
Yeah, he did the transgender thing.
Bruce
Jenner was his name. Now he's Caitlyn Jenner. Travis Kelce's ex was on there. Kayla something. Oop, I'm already trying to start this off wrong. Trying to think of who else was on there. Kyla Pratt. Yeah. He made it almost to the end. The two that finished were Kayla Nicole and Brody Jenner. It had like a pro surfer. It had some Olympic athletes, some actors and actresses.
I wish we'd see it.
2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know how my video is doing. It's showing that I'm getting a lot of dropped frames. Is it buffering a lot for y'all? It was a while ago, but now it's not. Okay. Yeah, because it's still showing that I have like one bar. And my drop frames are just like tick up, 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 up. And it's showing only 9 people connected now, whereas it had like 20 something earlier. So
whenever I checked Dad's phone, it said he has like 23.
yeah, see, right now it's saying I have 10. So I'm almost wondering if some people got disconnected, had to reload.
I'm gonna go try to make these play. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it's been fine for the most part. Freezes occasionally, but not often. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I was starting to wonder if that's why Kate said have a good day, is because it just like ended. Getting close to finishing up the dress here. Everything is good for Holly. What it is we're all stitching, so our hands are busy. Gotta throw dinner in the crock pot soon, so it's ready by dinner. I was making more coffee and getting a snack. Nice. Yeah, I'm fixing to have to go lunch soon, because I don't eat before I get on here. So I don't exactly know what it's called. Parmesan garlic chicken pasta. So you throw in the crock pot, it's like a bottle of the Parmesan garlic Buffalo Wild Wing sauce and like a thing of cream cheese, and I don't even remember what all else, and some chicken, and you let it cook, and then right before you serve it, you cook some pasta and mix it in. So I like having meals where I don't have to do a lot of work so that I can do other things while it's cooking. Laurel's getting ready for church. There's a very there's a very weird sounding vehicle outside my house. Okay, we've only got a couple more rows on this section of the dress. It is pretty good. It goes over really well. The family really likes it. Of course, we've always really liked the buffalo or the Parmesan garlic wings at Buffalo Wild Wings, so even just using that helps. Still got to get my daily 100 in on Alice. I decided not to work on her on stream today. We're in kind of a confetti area down by her feet. But it's moving right along. I'm still on track to finish, I think, at the end of November. If I can keep this pace, which I don't think so, but, you know, that's always a good hope. I need to count 3 days of stitching on travel memories. I might add it to even up the number and then probably move on to Telestai. Very nice. Alright, y'all. I think I am going to wrap it up here. I was going to try and go to noon, but I need food. I'm cold. So it's good to have that leeway in case something... Exactly. And that's what I've tried to do. I needed... At the beginning of the year, I needed like 620 stitches a week to finish by, you know, end of year. December 31st. I don't want to finish right at the end of the year, and I wanted to have days where if I didn't get the stitches in, I didn't have to worry about it. So far I've managed to do 700 stitches a week, and that's helping to kind of close that gap a little bit. Now there have been days where I didn't stitch on it, but I made it up the next day or whatever. So that's where a lot of my goal mess up in January has gone to, is Alice became the #1 priority. So if I could only get 200 stitches in Alice that day, none of my other goals got worked on. So, all right. So I am going to let y'all start guessing on how many stitches we got today. I see, now you're in buffering, but I know if it's you or it's me. It's definitely me. My internet is acting up. All right. So Holly says 282. Instead of continuing to stitch while y'all are guessing, I'm actually going to show the patterns one more time in case anybody wants... Laurel, that's sweet, but too much. 2,990. You have lots of faith in me. All right. Suki says 276. Kelly says 263. Laurel says 290. Yeah, I'm buffering quite a bit now. Yeah, that's why we need to go ahead and just wrap this up. Megan says 250. I'm going to go through these one more time for anybody that wasn't here earlier. If you purchase one of these while on stream, I will spin a wheel and you will get a discount that could range from 10% to 30%. If, Jen 254. If you are watching this playback and want to purchase, you'll have to message me, and because they are not on my Facebook page due to the restriction from the designer, and I will give 10% if you let me know that you saw the live stream. All right, so yeah, because see, now it's saying I only have 5 people. I feel like it's kicking people off. All right, so we have these are all $16 plus a discount. This is Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. We have Mitten Kitten. That's another one of those words that I can't say without saying it with some sort of nuance, like Mitten Kitten, not Mitten Kitten. Like there's this place I pass called Pachitos Burritos, and I can't help saying it with that structure to it. All right, we got Puppy Present. I have 2 of these. Bringing back bad memories of our rural internet. I understand. And these are full kits, by the way. Springamajig butterflies. There's 2. Like, there's all the stuff you need to make both butterflies in here. Holly says 245. We got 2 Hollies, so I got you both down. All right, and Wise Guy. So if you're interested in any of those, let me know. I will spin a discount wheel for you. All right, I'm going to start counting, see how many stitches we got today. You want the owl and the butterfly, Suki? Betty, I live in Metro Los Angeles. My internet should not suck. I mean, shouldn't, but sometimes it does. This is Aurora. Okay. So we're going to change the highlighter color to purple. Okay, I'm just double checking everything here. Laurel, until a year ago we had high speed, which wasn't at all. Now we have fiber optic and it's wonderful. We use the Starlink because I'm very, very rural too. The internet I had before this, the entire town shared off of one radio tower. And it was horrible, especially in high traffic times. Now we have Starlink, and it's pretty good most of the time. I really think this is a my computer issue more so than the internet issue. So I just want to check again with Suki. Did you want the owl and the butterfly? So I had 249 stitches. So that means Holly, Holly Enchanted Stitches, you were closest with 245. So your name is going to go into a raffle. Just realized you were on. Figured I'd say hi. I see you're already counting. Sorry I missed the stream. I'll watch it back like the other day. Okay. It was nice to see you, Shannon. Yeah. So I'll be here Thursday evening from 7 to 9 and Sunday mornings from 8 to 11. My phone is going crazy. Like, everybody is starting to stream this morning. Okay, so where's my, oh my goodness. My notes. All right, so Holly Enchanted Stitches. Got the raffle ticket for today, 2-9. I will spin. Started 4 with Wing yesterday. Yay! You'll love it. It's so good. So I will have a drawing at the end of the month for these people for some sort of prize. Betty won last month and she chose some bags that I had. They're zippered. They have a cute scene on them. I would show you, but they're already packaged and ready to go, Betty. So, yes. Okay. So let me spin a wheel for you. Suki, do you have a way to message me, like your email address? Where's mine? Oh, here we are. Suki. So you're gonna get the owl and butterflies. I'm shocked and disappointed you didn't do 3,000 stitches in 90 minutes. I mean, all right, so you're going to get 2 spins, Suki. So here's the first spin. Stupid ads. Oh my goodness. You get 10% off of one. We're going to spin again. And 17% off of the other. So. All right. We had to have phone service with them to have internet. That alone was $37 fee. Yeah, we did the AT&T thing at one point where you had to like bundle cable and phone and internet, and then the internet wasn't enough to do anything with. It was horrible. All right, we got 247 stitches. Is that what I said? Today we kitted up 3 projects. We put some fabric on a board to get put up, and we advertised some shop patterns. So pretty good Sunday. I look forward to next week. So I hope y'all all have a wonderful week, and I will talk to y'all soon. Again, I should be here Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time.